Hello there everyone, this is Aaron Mean of SG Gaming Info, and it's time for some Final Fantasy XIV on this lovely Saturday. So let's see what we have to do. Well, I think what we have to do is continue with the story that we start the whole adventure off with Descenta. I always like that name, don't know why. If some of the names look weird now, it's like Macenta, Sirius. My phone ringing because I'm too stupid to put it on silent. It's just Mixer retweets apparently. So anyway, it's one of the retweet bots I think they must have. So here we are. How do I get rid of that? There's Meluna. So where are we? We are in the Central Shroud. If I remember last time we basically did some adventures. I just want to turn the sound down. It sounds really loud on my end. In the first episode we obviously went around Gridania itself, doing the missions there. Then the second episode we finally got involved in some combat, did more quests outside Gridania, and then I believe it was it North Shroud? Yeah, it was North Shroud. We came across a really interesting quest around here called in Hersmill, where I like to think it was, I don't know really what does it really think about it really. It's like, don't really want to think about it too much. It was very interesting love story. So let's see, we have to speak to what are we doing now? Well, we're doing quests in the Central Shroud. I don't have the ability to have any mounts yet, do I? Pretty sure I do. I'm pretty sure I have mounts. They've changed this so much, and here we are. Mounts. No, that's like, yeah, I thought map said mounts. That's mount speed. That's a new thing. Characters. Here we are. Mount guide. Give me falcon. I think I have to unlock it. I do have some these guys to kill. Oh, the archer. One of the easiest classes to play. I couldn't really pick what class to play when I first started for this adventure. It's like, okay, I've done pretty much most of the classes. I was like, I'll go Black Mage. Yeah, Black Mage, God knows how many times when I create a new character. I'm sure when I unlock a lot of the classes, I can then switch to one of them. When I unlock it, I'll probably end up switching to the Red Mage. I'm really enjoying the Red Mage, especially when I played it through on my main character. My main character is now a Red Mage. It was always a Black Mage. But then I got apologies for the hit the mic there. When I first started playing, I was always a Black Mage. I tried, it's one of the classes I tried when Heavenswood came out. What was it? It wasn't Astrologian. I'm trying to remember what the other classes. Because it was Machinist. I think I tried for a bit and I didn't like it. So I decided to basically go back to my Black Mage, and then I didn't forget myself again. Went back to Black Mage, and then I went to Red Mage for Stormblood on my main, and I really enjoyed it. It's hard not to enjoy it. Where is this last guy? I always miss. I remember every time I did this quest, I always missed one character. Come out wherever you are. You're not up here. So I remember the lazy guy is always back there, which I found. There's a Ellison, is that what they're called? I don't remember. I know I'm playing Aura because Aura's rock. Come out wherever you are. Where are you, your idol initiate? Because I know I got the guy who was around here, and I got the guy who was hiding behind the barn over there. Where is he? Maybe he's hiding over back here? Or behind here even? No. Where is this guy? I mean, it's probably in some super obvious place. Okay, he was in a super obvious place. Gosh darn it. And here, matron sweet. Yeah, when you're summoned by your boss, you better go to him. Don't want to get in trouble. Who am I talking to now? Super Cosmos. There's a name for you. Thank you, the center. All the initiates are now present and accounted for. It's always the same, you know. A handful of recruits invariably lose focus a short while after being assigned to their new unit. That first rush of tension and excitement wears off, and the strain from constant drills begins to show. Aww. Reprimanding them isn't always the best solution, though I've their morale to think about. Though I've their morale to think about after all. Still, I might give them a quick blast for good measure. What can I say? This is one battle I'm not afraid to fight. It's an oh my in there, but now it'd be too easy. Have you come to train? No, I've come here to give you these shells. Not a new recruit. Then, the Yarzen shells I ordered Marlene to requisition. I see he's learned to delegate authority, if nothing else. Now that I have these carcasses, I can set my recruits some specialized drills. They are already adept at hitting a target, of course, but they need practical knowledge of exactly where a monster like the Yarzen is most vulnerable. Makes sense. Thanks to your efforts, I've no doubt they will fare rather better against the creatures when called upon. You should be proud of yourself. Both they and the Bannock are safer for your help. Thank you. What's my options? Direct hit, skill speed. Go for skill speed. I mean, I could just eat one now just to get the bonus. I mean, might as well. I have no teleports unlocked. What does skill speed do? Is that for... affects the cast and recast times as well as the damage over time, potency for weapon skills on auto attacks. The higher the value, the shorter the timer / higher the potency. Makes sense. I think I... Why is that guy there for? Did I mess up my status things? Can I load an old status? That looks all over the place, that does. I wish I can import my old one. Repair my gear, please. Didn't need repair, but it's 16 gills, so it's not much. Where do I go to next? Well, I have the Chasing Shadows. So, might as well go... Ooh, I also have some hunt logs, don't I? Hunt logs is H, remember? Yes, for those who don't really know, hunting logs is basically another way to gain experience. Great thing about this game is there's so many ways to gain XP. I mean, you can do hunting logs, you can do quests, you can just fight people, or you can do fates, which are basically these special events like this guy right there. That's a fate. They just pop up randomly. It's handy, like because you have other ways to do questing. Like, say if you do all your quests and it's like, oh, I've done all the quests and I don't have enough to get for the next zone. Well, you can do some hunts, you can do some fates, and it's also great for leveling alternative classes. And by that I mean, as I was showing earlier, the class and jobs. These are all the classes and jobs you can unlock. When you, I think it's 50, when you hit 15, I believe, you can unlock another class, which eventually becomes a job. I mean, I think at 30, Archer becomes a job, if I am correct. I hope I am. And all that. So that's why they have the hunting logs and the fates for additional ways to level, because, okay, say if I get the 60 in Archer, or Bard as it becomes at level 30, I can't do more quests to level a red mage, so it means I have to do alternative ways, such as using dungeons, guild heists, hunting logs, and fates. So that's good. And I think we're going to go into cutscene, if I remember correctly. Take a moment. I mean, I should probably put up the audio for this. Just give me a second. Shouldn't be too loud. Yeah, it's not too loud. My voice is still gonna go over it. You are about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. Duty called. Commence battle for Chasing Shadows. If you are above level 9, you will be synced. And sync, for those who don't know, is basically your levels was basically put down to match it. I think this is a voiced cutscene. Yes, there's a dagger and a sword in the ground.
Look, someone's already here.
What are text on?
Oh dear. Is that a sword in the stump? Bad idea. Really bad idea. It takes a lot less than that to incite the Green Wrath, you know? Why, the first time we came to the 12's Wood, we almost ended up as a trader's dinner, just for crashing our airship in the wrong place. No, it was all Papalimo's fault, of course. Though, he'd sooner swallow his staff than it... You know her, Kuplo Cobb?
Kupo!
Well, not exactly, but we did once share a carriage. Isn't that right?
How are the readings?
Same as the last. There is a disturbance here as well. And newly manifested at that. Kuplo Cobb seems convinced of your innocence. But if this isn't your doing, whose is it?
Ever since the calamity, the forest's been really sensitive. The slightest disruption to the etheric flow, and this sort of thing happens.
Looks like it's time to fight with these strangers. My side. So one's a Puglis and one's a Thaumaturge.
We have little choice.
The funny thing, he looks like a boy, but I think he's like the oldest one here. He's in Lalafell. They look small for their age. They look small for anything, really. let me turn that down. This is the bad thing about these low levels. Everything is like, this is boring. It's like, doing some damage, not much. Like 3 buttons to push. Like, that's not fun. That guy's dead. It's not a guy, it's an oak tree. You know, the sentiment still stands. Oh, hello, bulbs. So basically the calamity has caused the trees in this Gridania to go wild when there's any major or minor changes. That's interesting to know. The thing that the animated pug list was talking about was basically, I think something happened in what happened in 1.0, if I remember correctly. Apologies if I'm incorrect. I don't know everything. Didn't play a lot of 1.0, did I? No, I don't think I did. My 1.0 was limited to the alpha and beta, if I remember correctly. And that was mostly in Limsa Laminsa. So, yeah, that was a thing. So I didn't get really see what it was like. Although I did see it in like alternative ways, like, hey, YouTube. Is that that? That is that. Whoa, frame rate dropped. A crystal? Let me pick that up. Look at those ground textures. Don't trust floating crystals. And see, what did I say? Hear, feel, think.
Hear.
I was close.
Think.
Skirt denied. Sorry, first thing I thought of there. Lower that down a bit. It was very loud.
Crystal bearer.
Oh, there's a lovely crystal.
I am
Very small.
All made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake
It's a really
of
small
all,
crystal.
I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate.
Go around taking quests from little glass
The power
crystals.
to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals.
Oh, there's more
of light.
crystals.
Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Ah, yes, it's a bigger crystal. What a twist! I don't know, I think that'd be what a twist, but hey, I just wanted to say that at least once. It's bleeding massive, mate!
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy
Come
heart.
hither to me when you get the crystals. I always wanted to say that. It's a race around the crystal. That is actually quite an epic shot. Can't deny that. I am now blind.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all
Bugger back.
creation.
My eyes, that's bright. Hello, Kupo.
You fainted. A surfeit of ether, no doubt.
And what have we here?
An Exali.
Our culprit, it would seem, an Ixal.
Or Ixal.
And
Okay,
no
fair enough.
ordinary Ixal either. That they would venture this deep into enemy territory, the beastmen may indeed be acting under orders. This is Papalimo. We found the
How are we
culprit.
feeling then?
It was an Ixalan
Better?
chieftain.
Good.
Yes, we'll seek Brother Esumian's cooperation in the matter. Ida?
Giant
Oh,
crystals?
loud,
Can't say
tactless,
I've seen
much the
any.
same as always.
Are you sure you're feeling better?
Understood. Over and out. Kuplo Cop, please bear word of these developments to Brother Esumian. We shall soon return to give a full report.
Understood. Over and out. Kupo!
Our Kupo is so... Moogle is so cute.
Here is where we part ways. Till next time, take care.
Like, they obviously said his name just off screen, yet they still don't have it.
I think that sword might be a clue. You should definitely pull it out and take it back to the Bannock. You don't suppose that adventurer could see Kuplo Cop, do you?
And this occurs to you now?
I like that.
Yes, it seemed that way. Time will tell.
Well, time will have to, because you won't. You never tell me what's really going on. Unless... you don't know what's going on
Either.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
In the background she was doing like nah, 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 nah. Okay, let's take the sword. I pull Excalibur from this thing, and it's not Excalibur. What a rip. So where are we going with this sword? To the Bannock. We will Bannock thee to the Bannock. Oh yeah, for those who haven't actually noticed the sapling kind of thing, that means you're, if I'm correct, you're a new player. You played less than 30 hours on this character, or below level 30, I think. I know it's like several hours you have to play before the things goes. redo the uniform voucher. I think that's just a bikini though. It's not really arsed, suppose. Descenta, it's good to see you back. One of our patrols sent word that you've been spotted doing battle with an enraged treant. I'm relieved to find you are none the worse for the experience. But tell me, what were you able to discover at Life and Stump? Well, I found this giant magic blade. There's a blade, sir! A sword in the stump and a dead Ixal. I can say with absolute certainty that this blade is of Ixali origin. It is of a kind used exclusively in the Beastmen's rituals. The Ixal rarely set foot in the central shroud, so tight is our guard over the area. What purpose could have driven them to take such a risk? I fear something is afoot. Yes, I'm gonna voice this stuff. Sue me. What's that? A dubious couple sporting peculiar spectacles. Ha ha ha. So you have finally been acquainted with Ida and Papalimo. Lay your suspicions to rest. Gridania counts them among her staunchest allies. Both are scholars hailing from a distant land and have been with us since before the calamity. Their garb may appear outlandish and their exchanges baffling, but never once have they given us cause to doubt them. Indeed, they often assist the gods Quiver and the Wood Whalers in their work. Much as I hope you... whatever. Although our unknown visitor eludes us, still the own efforts to acquire intelligence of the Ixali threat, you have my gratitude. We are fortunate indeed to have a capable adventurer such as you aiding us. I pray that you will continue to serve the people of Gridania in whatever capacity you are able. Continue. Or say complete. Yes. Well, the sky's changed. That means tension is in the air, which means there is a primal. And not just any primal. Odin stalks the lands. And Will Smith has walked by. Someone's character named Will Smith. A word, if I may. There is a difficult matter with which I could use your assistance. Allow me to explain. The nearby river is home to a colony of Black F's, whom I sent a party of recruits to slay. Yet scarcely a bell after I had done so, the youngsters returned. Hysterical yet noticeably unblooded, and loudly bemoaned their misfortune at ever having been sent to contend with such hell's born horrors. Pitiful, my great grandmama could dispatch an eft with her walking stick and a harsh word. That such a task could cow a whole party of able-bodied men and women is beyond belief. I would have you show these quivering milksops how it's done. Make your way to the river and put down 4 of the creatures. Aisa. I like that. It's like, these creatures are so weak my grandmother could kill them. It's like, lol. Wow, that's way too high. Put that down to 14. Apologies if there was a spike in audio there. I was tweaking it because I kept thinking it was high or too low. So there we are. What is an... Well, there's a water sprout here. Might as well kill that. Yeah! Oh. The shouting sounds feminine. Feminine. That's a hard word to say. It sounds feminine, but it's actually the least feminine one I could have picked. Here's an eft. It's basically kind of like an oversized lizard thing. Tadpole. Or what's the one between tadpole and frog? I know, because like a tadpole, as they grow older, like the tadpoles are just like a body with the tail and the head, and then they begin to get the feet between the stage of tadpole and frog. It's gonna bug me now. All I can think of is the Pokemon. And then it's based off. Ooh, I got 5 water shards. Got some water shards. Shards are very important. Why is this thing blinking? That was odd. So for some reason my whatchamajigger, my mouse is blinking. Don't know why. Shouldn't be blinking. It's not like it's a wireless mouse. That's gonna bug me now. I'm just gonna look down and say it's blinking again. Blinking now. That's that quest done. And I'm almost level 10. The level cap in the base content is 50, 60 for Heavensward, and 70 is the current level cap due to Stormblood. So I have a ways to go, as they say. A ways to go. Hello, Galfrid. I killed the creatures that any grandmother could kill, and that the party you sent out to kill ran away scared like babies. I had my recruits watching from the banks as you dispatched the Fs. It appears your skill in battle has inspired them. Either that, or they have no wish to be upstaged by an adventurer. It matters little which. What does matter is that they have resumed their training with renewed zeal. And that I have you to thank for it. I am in your debt. I swear, give me a longsword. You can now accept the next stage of quests. I'm level 10. Oh, it's... Maybe they do. They go into your... that thing. Maybe I should tweak... Oh, yes. Alright, how is it you're supposed to confirm or not? If one's higher than the other. I'm so confused now. Oh yeah, item comparison. It's been so long since I've played Final Fantasy XIV. Too long, I'm afraid. Too long. I didn't even get like a new skirt, I don't. It's ridiculous, really. Shoes, item comparison, what's that? Strength and dexterity, so I don't need a new one. Item comparison. Offers a lot more. Item comparison, well that's giving me like extra 30%, so no. Yeah, see, there's Will Smith again. I want to change that so like it doesn't go straight into my armory. New attained items. So there we go. Let's see what this quest continues. I'll pick that and I'll go do the class quest. Galfried, chief instructor at the Bennock, wishes you to collect Chiogi egg sacs. The Senta, injuries to several of my men have left me short-handed, and I require a capable sort to complete their unfinished duty. The task is simple: put down as many of the local Choge population as necessary to acquire 8 of their egg sacs. Having done so, you are to deliver them to Monragreen at Gilbert's Spire. He will answer any queries you may have. Now I have other business to attend to. Yes, sir. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this quest first, and I think because the spire... Where is the spire? Yeah, the spire... Where do I go? Well, I have a level 10 quest there, and I have a 10 quest there. That's for the housing, isn't it? I might as well kill these guys. Oh, there's a new quest. Don't accidentally leave it. Delete. Deliver an attack with 90 potency. Can only execute when the target is below 20%. Easy enough. I like the fact I get so much XP multipliers. It's like 83%. 50% is for the rested experience, if I remember correctly. 30% is for item I have, so that's 60, 70, 80, and then 3% is because I'm killing so many at once. I'm trying to remember when can I unlock crafting. I think it's 15, isn't it? Or can I do it now? I don't remember now. I'll have a look when I go in to the capital. Finding a reason to use my execute ability. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm level 10, I'm doing level 5 quests. I think I've over-leveled so much. And that's not really my fault, that's because I'm getting so much extra experience. It's great. And by the time I get to level 50, the original endgame content, I'll be max level. And there's a faith there which is level 5, so I might do that actually. You must be the adventurer standing in for our injured companions. Terribly unfortunate business that. Yes. Here's some egg sacs. It seems, however, that you have little trouble gathering the egg sacs in their stead. Excellent work. I shall have them sent over to the Trappers League immediately. Lest you wonder, these egg sacs are not destined for the dinner table. Members of the Twin Adder and Wood Whalers are assisting the League by collecting the samples they need to check for signs of sickness. So we killed them to see if they're dying. That makes sense. The Chogi you see is one of the few creatures capable of transmitting the disease known as the Creeping Death. Until relatively recently, any hero who contracted the ghastly illness would almost irreversibly perish, whatever that word means. They would definitely die, basically. Indeed, a single outbreak once claimed the lives of a third of the Harurian population here in Gridania. That was a long time ago, of course. With the medicines available to us now, the Creeping Death is not the killer it once was. Even so, it is best to halt any new outbreaks before they occur. Thus, we gather Chigo eggs on a regular basis in order to assist the Trappers League with their ongoing research. Your timely assistance is mostly appreciated. So basically those creatures are kind of like giant mosquitoes. And my voice is full of... My mouth is full of water. Mouth is full of phlegm, I think. I need my water. Apologies for that if that sounded through the mic like that. Water is good for the soul, yeah? Don't know why I said it like that. So I might put the filter down a bit actually, because I don't think it needs to be that. Yeah, that is a bit low actually compared to the rest. So yeah, just put it back to 11. See, I have such a low voice. It's so hard for everything to sound good on it. So I actually will finally get some trousers. Such an embarrassing turn of events. I sent a recruit from the Bannock on a surveying expedition, only for the Craven to turn tail and flee at the first sign of trouble. My God, the recruits for the Bannock are terrible. This is not how we treat requests from the Conjurers, and as such, if such a poor showing weren't bad enough, the lily-livering half-wit behind the surveying equipment left behind their surveying equipment provided by Hearer Pauline herself. While I am attempting to instill some backbone into this so-called soldier, would you mind recovering the survey gear and returning it to Hearer Pauline as at Gimbuck's Bower? The dog's barking again. According to my recruit's tale of woe, there should be a set of surveying records at Surveyor's Rope. According to my recruit's tale of woe, there should be a set of surveying records at Surveyor's Rope, 2 boxes of Surveyor's equipments stewing from the interior of a cave south of here. It's a wonder the damn fool didn't lose his boots. Matron, watch over you. That dog has a serious barking problem. I'm gonna kill the dog. I really will. It's like I had someone say, oh yeah, we'll make sure the dog doesn't bark, and yet it's there barking. This is what happens when you ask people like to do something for you. More than a flesh wound. After this I'll just do a short break so I can get it to be quiet. Oh gods, the pain. I caught a scurry of squirrels gnawing on the fences earlier. I managed to drive them off, but not before they decided to gnaw on me instead. And now I'm the bloody mess you see before me. You look fine to me, mate. To make matters worse, I find myself without as much as a single high potion. I know, foolhardy. I vaguely recall using my last one after some trifling scrap several moons before. The gods alone know why I didn't think to replace it there and then. You wouldn't happen to carry a spare flask. If you don't have any on hand, the merchant at Bannock should have some in her stock. I can't leave my post, so if you could bring me a high potion, I'd be tremendously grateful. I'm going to take a break for 2 seconds while I see what the dog is doing. Be right back. And I forgot to turn the music off because I am genius. Well, apparently I had some high potion on me, so I didn't need to go down anywhere to get them. So that's a plus. One of many pluses, really. So I should really increase the filter. No, I didn't say do that. So like I set it to +6, and it's like, oh, you want 0.1? Like, no. So I hand over the potion. Thank the gods, I owe you one, my friend. Here, I want you to have this. I had no idea squirrels could bite so hard. Though I've seen everything, but it seems there are still surprises to be found in the 12's wood. We both would do well to remember that. Indeed. I think that's probably how much it costs to actually get one. So what do I have to do? I have to recover the stuff. Can I not? Yeah, I can bite into that. Extra 3%. Oh yeah, that's what the 3% was from. It wasn't from like accumulated battles, because sometimes if you fight often, like a good number of enemies at once, you basically can get like extra experience. It was the 3% I completely forgot. It's like typical of me, isn't it? Oh, sorry, I just wanted to check that there. I think I would have to increase the filter back to 10 because really the sound's a lot higher, and I don't want to put the sound too low so it can't be. I mean, there's no point in having sound that can't be heard. I mean, it's really at negative 7.5 decibels, so you know. Unless I slow it down to about 80 here, 79. Put them down a bit then. See how that does. It's probably really low now. Hey ho. Can't see the target. Yeah, yes I can. How dare you say I can't see the target? It's right in front of me. Die before I have a chance to use that. Let me use my misery's end. I want to put you out of your misery. Using misery's end. I mean, give me a chance to use that. To crush your enemies. Achievement unlocked. This achievement is... defeat 100 enemies. Don't know what that is. It's also a great way to get experience, this is. Great achievements give you XP, actually. That'd be cool. This guy running around the back of a chocobo. So basically, what did you just like to scatter this stuff everywhere or something? Like, what was this nincompoop thinking? It's like, oh no, I better run through the thing and just like scatter everything everywhere. Funny word that, nincompoop. Nincompoop. Funny words. Sorry, I am easily amused. One is not easily amused unless you are me, for I am easily amused. Or so they say. I would disagree with the easily amused. But hey, 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 hey. There goes that one then. Do I have anything else I can use? No, I do not. There's my animal skin. Prism wings. I like these things. I have wings! I can't remember what they're whatchamajiggers. Yeah, that makes sense. They're whatchamajiggers. They're stuff you get if you do play for some amount of time. It's one of those reward bonuses. They're pretty handy. It's always good to have a reward bonus. Where am I going? Oh, it's over across the river. Don't know why it was with the Bannock. And sooner or later I'm gonna have to go to the Brent Branch Meadows. I know I have a class quest still to do. I got it leveled just there a few minutes ago. I mean, if I really tried, I probably could be leveling a lot quicker. Hello, Pauline. Yes, may I assist you with some matter? I wish to give you this back, cause some idiot dropped them. Oh, but this is the equipment I left with the soldier of the Bannock. Fled at the first sign of danger, you say? I see. Well, all is not lost. It appears the recruit managed to complete the surveying assignment. The records are all actually quite detailed. With the changes wrought by the calamity, I thought it wise to send the Order of the Twin Adder on a number of expeditions to map the region's topography. As fortune would have it, the officer saw these tasks as an excellent opportunity to train inexperienced soldiers. Makes sense. We can no longer rely on our past knowledge of the Twelves Wood, that is the name for the shroud. If you are to survive these troubling times, we must reacquaint ourselves with our surroundings, that we may better discern the threats we face. Stay vigilant, adventurer. And here is some pants for your reward. For those wondering like why they have to do this, but basically that is actually a lore reason for why the maps look different now from Final Fantasy 1.0 to 2.0. And there's some new pants, and you can't see them over my trousers. Gabanox. Oh, I hate these leather mitts. They look so ugly. They really are ugly. Hang on, I want to increase my audio again because everything seems really low. Audio mixing, it's really difficult. Who knew? Okay, so Parasite Cleave. Gods damn you, mushroom-headed, spindly-legged, spore-swirling abominations. Suck the life out of my precious trees, will you? Damn you 2 to 7. Thank the matron. You look like you look just like the sort to help me deal with this nightmare. My poor trees I have tended since they were scarcely saplings, I might add. I have been infected with parasite fungars. If I let the pests have their way, my babies will be naught but dead wood before the week is out. Smear a little of this amber unguent on the infested tree, though, and whatever, and the horrid creatures will drop clean off, allowing you to administer adventurer-style vengeance. Did you hear that, you malignant toadstools? Your end is nigh. You'll rule the day, you... My apologies, the wrath upon me. Fear not, I am now quite calm. So the fungars, bastards that they are, have attached themselves to 3 trees. That's a tongue twister for you. Once you have ground these treacherous mushrooms into a pulp beneath your righteous boots, come back and tell me exactly how it felt. Pauline again. If you might spare the time, Dissenta, I would have you thin the number of hoglets in green tier. While these beasts have always called the Twelves Wood home, their appetite has grown so insatiably of late that I fear they will devour every nut on the forest floor. The cycle of life cannot sustain such gluttony. I must ask you to slay at least 6 of the creatures. Their sacrifice will be to the greater good of the Twelves Wood, I assure you. Like, if you read them, you actually get a better understanding of why you're doing this stuff. So it's like, oh, did you see the monsters kill them? It's like, no, there's a reason why you have to do this. And not just killing the name off. Okay, let's add some Amber Unguent, whatever you pronounce it. Feel beneath my boot, and I will crush you with this bow. It made no sense. Stop dying before I can apply that thing. There's some sugar shroom. Why would I always get that wrong? Sugar shroom. Hello, a parasite fungar peels on the tree and falls to the floor. God beneath my mighty boot. Oops. Oh, I got a high quality version of it. Sweet. Basically, if you get an item, there's usually a normal and a high quality version. High quality has extra stats, or in case of high quality armor and weapons, they have better stats. But say if you want to make a high quality potion, you need high quality materials. Although you can technically make them without high quality materials. You can make a high quality potion without high quality materials, it just takes extra effort. And by George, I know the effort can be annoying to say the least. Well, let's do this fate. Might get some experience out of it. Kill these level 4 bugs. Already like 13% of the way through. That does damage over time and it gets critical hit boost. These rapscallion little ladybugs. They've got a bit of damage for like level 4s. I wouldn't say damage, I mean they're resilient for level 4s. I think there's a better way to describe that, I think. Come hither, creatures. I wish to squash your ladybug. Yeah, I should really not try to use the oldie English. I speak it poorly. I could try to speak Old Irish, but hey, that would end even worse. Me Irish is not that great. I am not good at the old Oscailga. I'll stick to the English. And the occasional Japanese. So it's like my second language, even though I'm still not that great at it. I want to actually restudy that Japanese. Like I haven't done Japanese since I was in school. Like I did it for my leaving cert, which is like the last exam you take before you finish secondary school or high school, whatever they call it in your country. And it's great crack. I mean, it was a good language to learn. I thought 1,120 experiences for killing some level 4s. Not a bad haul. Oh, these are not the ones I'm thinking of. These are, yeah, they're just basically wild hogs. Hoglets, huh? They're catching up to me now, like in level. Like I'm still only 10, but now I'm going against level 8s. So I'm getting there anyway. I'm not over leveling as much, I suppose. Which is good. Like you don't want to always constantly over level, because then it just gets really boring really fast if you're over leveled. Although in the case of when you're in Stormblood, it does. You kind of do wish you were over leveled in some zones. But I'd be surprised if they changed it. We'll find out when I eventually get Stormblood. How many weeks later will that be? Who knows? Who knows? I do know 4.2 is coming soon. I'm kind of looking forward to that because I want to do. I'm doing the end game, game story on the main character. It's myself as a side thing, which is good. They also 4.2 is supposed to change the glamour system, which I am so looking forward to because I have so much stuff just hanging around because I need it for glamour. It's like, you know, like you can buy retainers with money. Retainers are like your banks, and you can have up to 2 for free, and I had to buy 2 extra ones because I hoard armor. It's like, and materials, like I don't get rid of that, I want to get rid of this, and it's like, well, even with the extra space they added for free, it's not enough for me. That rhymed in an odd way. Well, Did you take care of the fungar infestation? Yes. At last, I can enjoy a restful night's sleep. I must say, I'm glad to meet an adventurer of such talents. Just look at you, in all your fungus-splattered glory. You have my thanks. Oh god, I'm covered in fungar stuff. Yes, the elements rejoice at your actions. The life of the forest relies on a delicate balance, and the unchecked proliferes of beasts would mean a slow but certain death for the 12s would. It's our duty to correct such imbalance, and swiftly even if it means shedding blood. Though it may seem trivial, you have performed a vital service this day. May the elements bless you in your future endeavors. Gonna duck up if you think about it. I'll just go for the bronze piece. That gives me cash. I don't have a belt. Huh. How are my pants holding up? Ah, it's you, the center. After the thrashing you gave those infernal fungars, I do believe you might be the very person to solve another problem of mine. Micronucus, whatever they're pronounced. These vile little beasts draw their sustenance directly from the soil. Ordinarily, the forest would be only too happy to provide, but these days there are just too bloody many of them. So many, in fact, that they are leeching every last nutrition from the ground. You think this soil was put here just for you and your micro mates? Gah! I should go over there and well, I'm not really sure what it is I should do, but someone should certainly do something, and soon. Before I apologize. The rage, you see, it takes over, and there is naught I can do but fume and splutter. If you see your way to exterminating 8 or so of these spoilers, you will have my eternal gratitude. Once you have taken care of the Micreus, I'd be grateful if you would report to effort. They have such difficult names to pronounce. Elfritit. You'll find him just outside. I hear the degradation of the soil has been as much of a source of consternation to him as it has to me, and I'm sure he'd appreciate knowing the problem's been solved. And now what does Pauline have? Well, an eye drops apparently. A word with you, Dissenta. I hesitate to make such a dangerous request, but might you assist us in thinning the number of annals on Naked Rock? You did say Naked Rock. Yeah, Naked Rock. Huh. In our efforts to commune with the elementals, we conjurers often find ourselves in the area. Of late, however, our mediations have all too frequently been interrupted by unprovoked annul attacks. Truly, the beasts grow more aggressive by the day. Their numbers have continued to grow since the advent of the 7th Umbral era. You see, forcing packs of the scaleskin to come down from the mountains in search of food. Forcing packs of scaleskin to come down from the mountain in search of food. If you could slay half a dozen or so of these beasts, that should lessen their need to hunt, and also serve as a warning to the Annals to remain within their territory. But I'm afraid you must do more than thin the existing population. If we are to truly break this spiraling growth, we must also target their future offspring. Bring me 4 Annul eggs, and you will have played your part in returning the balance to this area of the forest. Damn, that sounds like genocide. I mean, really it does. It's like, oh, the forest wills that we get rid of these creatures as they run amok. So I always find those things to be interesting. The Gridanians to be rather interesting people. They're very much in tune with the elements of the forest. And they're basically saying, oh, the forest tells us to do this and that. I wonder, is it the elements telling you to kill all these creatures, or is it some primal rage? One will never know, although we probably will someday. Maybe Sunday, I don't know. Sunday, Monday, what a day. Sorry, Shane, don't do that. I mean, what was it? I almost about half an hour left in the show and I've only gotten 2 levels. Wow. I'm leveling really slowly. Probably because I'm reading all the text as well. I mean, I could do what I normally do and just like skip quest. It's like, not skip quest, skip text. But I want to read it for you because a lot of it can be rather interesting. Like if you can read along and also or listen to me as I'm saying it, as I say through my slowly but surely. It does make everything sound more interesting, and the RPG, bring forth the RPG element of the game more. I need to take another swig of water. Much better. So where are we going to? Ah, yes, we have to kill the Annals, these little guys. I mean, they don't look dangerous, but they're like vicious dodos. It's like yeah, they're like a flightless bird. Like they have wings, but they can't fly. Just kind of bad to kill them then. Where are your eggs? We must take your eggs and make a nice little stew with them. Gee, what are they going to do with the eggs? They probably could make a stew. They could raise them as pets. Okay, now you get a close look. It's like, oh yeah, they're not too. Oh god, look what's wrong with our faces. And I also have a hunting log to kill them too. Sweet. That means more experience. And how close am I finishing them? Need to do 10 more. It's like, oh no, he's doing an AoE attack. How will I escape? 2 steps back. Aha! I have gotten away from your clever and elaborate attack. Aha! I have discovered your elaborate ruse. Don't know why I keep saying that from now on. Aha! Your elaborate ruse. I was wondering about the dog. I think she's gone fast asleep now, isn't she? Yeah, she's passed out on the chair. Bless her heart. I suppose she did keep me up all most of the night anyway. I still think she has to go to the VET. And those who have animals know you don't say that word out loud amongst them. Because then you go, what? What, you want me to do? What now? I'm not sick at all. I had the cat growing up. If you said the name around them, they'd know instantly. And it's like, oh, you kind of want to go out to the toilet. And then don't show up. It's like, curse you, outsmarted by a cat. Cat knows too much. You're getting some nice skin. You're getting some skins and hides. That's important for crafting, leatherworking. Where do I go? There's more back here, I think. I've killed all the gnolls I need to. I mean, they are vicious creeps, so I might as well just kill some more. I accidentally aggro too. I should be fine down. Well, 2 levels ahead of them. Got more than I actually thought. I think I remember correctly when I played the Realm Reborn beta. I think I died a few times up here. Where are you guys? I thought there'd be some down here at least. But no. In that cave? No. Ah, there's ya. I'm just trying to steal your eggs. Why are you attacking me? Stop be attacking. Leave me be. I'm just trying to steal your eggs. I'm trying to... Don't want to kill you. Got some high quality hide from that one. Oh, should really attach that then. That is... Well, it's the same, but it gives extra armor, so... I mean, they do not look good for to use with a bow and arrow. It's like, ah, here are these mitts. They will destroy everyone in your mitts. Get it? Mists. Mitts. Aha, I am a comedian. If I was a comedian, God help the world. Now this isn't running away, this is a tactical retreat. I just realized the quest was called A Soldier's Breakfast. Maybe we weren't thinning the herd, we were just getting breakfast. Those lollygaggers. There's a name for you. Ah, you have returned. Now might my brothers and sisters continue their meditations undisturbed? You have my thanks. As for the eggs, may I ask you to deliver them to whatever in the bannock? Unknown eggs are both large and filled with nutrition. The perfect meal for a soldier. She will be more than a little pleased to see you, I should imagine. See, we're just getting... That was basically just breakfast we were getting. You say you've slain a good number of those micros. Well, that's a welcome piece of news. I was afraid old Gabinox would take an axe in hand and try to hack apart the pests himself. Perhaps now his troubled mind might know some peace. You have my thanks. You're welcome. I thought I was leveled up. No, it's actually a quest complete. It's a quest completion one, isn't it? I'm sorry, something caught my eye there. Hello, Suv name I can't pronounce. Darn you, McQuotes, and your crazy names. Who goes there? Oh, Decenta, it's you. Another delivery? Here's some Oleg. I'm not certain I should be the one to... By Nafika, these are our Olegs. The troops will be glad indeed to see these at table. And you say Hero Pauline sent you on this errand? I hear the annulled are more numerous than ever, yet you appear to have managed the task with your skin intact. Your skill and bravery continue to amaze me, Dissenta. Well, if I had no skin on me, I wouldn't be here. So what do you think? Don't know why my voice went really mental there. Yeah, I guess use that then. Amended gear. Wait, I had new gear? I didn't even know that. Shows how little I pay attention. Dissenta, thank the gods you've come. We have a potential crisis on our hands, and I would appreciate your assistance. Will you hear me out? Nope. Bye. Listen well, for we haven't much time. To the southeast of here lies a dungeon known as Spirit Hold. It was all but destroyed during the calamity. Desiring to offer the runes back to the forest, a healer ventured inside to carry out the rite of returning. Alas, it would seem something has gone awry. Word arrived just moments ago that the healer and his guards have been attacked by a towering shadow. Aye, you heard me true, a shadow. On another day, I would dispatch my best quivermen to provide support, but I sent them to repel an exile incursion in the West Shroud, nary a bell ago. The timing of these events cannot be mere coincidence. I fear the Ixal somehow caught wind of our plans and are attempting to disrupt the rite in an effort to weaken the bond between man and elemental. They must not be allowed to succeed, and so I bid you go to the Spirit Hold and do whatever is necessary to resolve the situation. Please say you will help us. Well, I don't have a choice. I knew you would not let me down. You have all the support I can muster. Now we are racing against time. So you had best make haste. Reading words difficult sometimes. I am well fed. Yes, I am. Where's my armor? Yeah, it's good. Good nick. Good nick. See the stacks? Yeah, the staircase were arranged. I was right. It's all in good nick, mate. It's all in good nick. Nothing's broken. As you can see, everything's working perfectly. Perfectly. Purr. Sorry, that sounded really weird in my... there's a level 9 quest going on up there, and some people are about to finish it. Isn't that lovely? I join in as they are killing creatures. But I think they've stopped. Yeah, I think some people just ran right past them. No? That's a healer. There, that's why. Oh, there they are. It's like, where'd they go? Is that all of them? That can't be... these tricky imps. Oh, I attacked the wrong one there. This is what happens when you mess up tab targeting. I got a new credit. That was it. We're gonna attack potency. I got another one. A new roll. That's good. There's a really long cooldown on 15 seconds. Wow. It's like, wow, 15-second cooldown. Oh, trying to get me to target the swarm. What's that roll give me? Oh, I have to activate them? Did they change that? Yeah, I think that's the change now, isn't it? Second wind. Oh, these are extra quests I have. Find targets, cancel auto attack upon execution. Ah, so basically that's a healing ability for myself. Very nice. Who goes there? An adventurer, is it? Here at Instructor Galfred's request, you say? Thank the matron. Doubtless you already know, but the towering shadow manifests without warning and attack the hearer in the midst of the rite. My voice is going, by the way. Most of the party has successfully evacuated, but 5 remain unaccounted for. Please find them. I think this involves... I know what this involves, so I don't really want to say it. I'm now 3 levels. 3 levels higher. Don't know what keeps causing that phlegm build up. Have to get that looked at, I think. A great shadow towering over me. What in the 12's good grace? Adventurer, please, you must save the hearer. Here now? Here today, gone tomorrow. I'll just quest at the... We just call this episode at the beck and call, at the event, at the elements call. Elemental sponsored genocide. Away, foul fiend. Away, I say. I defy you. I defy you. Oh. Oh, an adventurer. We were ambushed in the middle of the ritual, and then, I'm not sure what happened. If I had any talent, I would try to change my voice, but, talent. Cool-headed conjurer. You were sent to help? I fear you are too late. The ritual has failed. I must return to Gridania. The Seed Seer must know of this. Yes, the Seed Seer must know of this. I kind of agree. I mean, it sounds something important the Seed Seer should know. Seed Seer is the ruler, basically. She works at the beck and call of the elements. Impwing. I remember one day I was hunting for those guys. Did my head in trying to get them all. Confused conjurer. That thing was no elemental, but born of darkness. The hero languishes alone in the depths. You must help him. Yes, conjurer. Hello, injured hero. If you are above level 13, you will be synced. Dun dun dun. A shadow. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye the humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. I can't do the guy's voice from Thor Ragnarok. Hey, I'm me. So I fucking sound like I was dying. A clay golem, you say? Yeah, apparently I haven't a bind ability that breaks as soon as I use it. Any other attack afterwards. Great attack. Well, on the plus side, I'm doing a good bit of damage. You are strong, but you are not strong enough to withstand this. Curses! You were able to get around that attack. Foiled again. Curse, you are normal. Yeah, get around that one. Yeah, you see. Yeah, think you can get me, but you can't. Oh, no. I thought that said pancake or something. In the pain crackers. Impossible. Never has the golem been sorely tested. Well, clearly you never fought the warrior of light. That the golem could be vanquished? That woman is no ordinary adventurer. Oh, I have disappeared. No, you see me? No, you don't. Oh, it's Yida and Palomnimo. Damnation! He has eluded us yet again. Oh, fancy meeting you here. How are things? Hello, Yida. Hear, feel, think. That every time I see that, that's how I can go through my head. Where are you? Shush! More birds. This makes how many times today? 7. Yes, Mia, don't do that. Their movements are beyond our fathoming. Do you think, May, they are trying to summon their primal? I think Doug wants to go downstairs. We're just gonna have this on autoplay. Turn on the light, say turn on the light. Turn on the light. It was very dark. Just as Louisois foretold. No wonder the primals have started appearing. Time is against us, but there is still hope for the land. We must hold fast to the hope and fight to the very last. Agreed. It's a really creepy smile. Wah! What? Ah, stupid things. How can she see through them with a mask on? These stupid things happen to the very latest Sarlian innovation. So some respect. But they're so uncomfortable and ugly. If you ask me, they're an improvement over the mask of yours. Burn. I don't know if that's a burn or not, but I just wanted to say it. Sigh, hard to believe you've already been 5 whole years, isn't it? Already? 5 years is but a heartbeat in the life of the planet. I suppose you're right. Now that you think about it, the 12s would barely recovered at all, and the Gridanias are still the same old problem. Still have the same old problem. Along with some new ones, just in case the Exile and Garuda weren't troublesome enough, the Sylphs had to go and invite Ramu, didn't they? Do you think about the adventurers who fought alongside us? I do, and then 5 years since seems like ages. I wonder what became of them. They're basically talking about like what happened in 1.0 and how stuff had changed in the Shroud from 1.0 to now. Golly, what's all everything is like? What is with golly? And this is what exactly? Yet another disturbance in the ether, and freshly manifested at that. It seems to be a mantling from the Lifemen stump. We must hurry. Oi, what a headache. Are you alright? Your eyes glazed over for a while there. The good news is the hero is unharmed. Somewhat dazed, yes, but a whole of mind and body. The bad news concerns everything else. Lest you forget, the Twelveswood is the domain of the elementals. It is by their leave that man abides in the forest and avails himself of its bounty. The ground which the dungeon occupies is no different. Having no more use for the dungeon, the Gridanians sent the hero to offer the place back to the elementals by way of the rite of returning, which is essentially an expression of gratitude. Alas, he failed to complete the ritual for obvious reasons. While the poor soul cannot be blamed for this fact, the fact remains that unless the elementals are given their due, they may well consider it a slight. And the very last thing the Gridanians can afford to do in these uncertain times is risk alienating the Twelveswood Eternal Guardians. But they have more. But you have more than done your part. We shall see the hero to safety, and send for his peers to finish the ritual. In the meantime, please make your way outside and report to Elston. What, can you not do it for me? But where are my manners? I am Papalimo, and the tactless woman beside me here is Ida. Papalimo and I are surveying the Twelveswood together. Pleased to meet you. Ida, give me a hand, would you? No. Why are you wearing a loincloth, by the way? Wait, there is something familiar about you. Could it be that you are... Never mind. Doubtless my eyes are playing tricks. Till we meet again. I like the way the Lalafelds walk. It's so funny for some reason. That lighting. Let us run through. You just go. Say, Waluigi showed up apparently. Or Wario. Everyone does that. We're fighting a blizzard on me. Oh, say never say I. All this happened inside Spirit Hold? 12 preserve us. Who were the masked mage? And by what dark ambition is he driven? So many things shrouded in mystery. Well, I shan't find any answers on my own. I must needs discussion with Galfrid. The matter warrants a full investigation. If I am the only judge, and that shall certainly be my recommendation. Your courage has saved many lives this day, adventurer. For this you have my deepest gratitude. Pray return to Gradonia and seek out Mion. I can't pronounce that name. I understand she wishes to thank you for the efforts on our behalf. So I go all the way back to Gradonia now, eh? Use return. I'm too lazy to walk. Then went it. Boom. Loading. Yeah. Well, there we are. Oh, Mion. She's the woman that runs the thing in there. The Adventurers Guild thing. Mother Mion. Mother Mion. Welcome back, Descenta. A little bird tells me that the hero and his party owe you their lives. Nah, they don't, mate. A tale for the tavern if there were one. It's only a shame that I must ask you not to tell it, for the time being at least. Do I make myself clear? Until the hearers have made their will on the matter known, it would be best to avoid unsettling people with stories of walking statues. Through that. Now then, you must be suitable recompense for your valiant service. For the first half of your reward, I'll give you leave to make use of the accommodations here at the guild. Arrangements have been made, so all you need to do is speak with Antoniette whenever you crave comfort of a firm bed and soft pillow. Come join me in the inn. For the second half of your reward, I offer you another path to fame and fortune. Guild levies. Guild levies are records of the various requests we receive from the citizenry. They outline all manner of tasks which ambitious young adventurers like you can elect to undertake. Gontrant is our guild levy official, or levy met, here in the Caroline Canopy. I have spoken with him regarding your knack for solving challenging problems, and he is eager to make your acquaintance. See, that's all he had to do, just like with the salute, that's the word. By the way, have you perchance heard about the coming festival? It is truly a splendid occasion, looked forward to by young and old alike, and one I heartily recommend you take the time to enjoy. Don't be too disappointed if the recent troubles cast a shadow over proceedings. However, I fear nothing short of the mysterious interloper's apprehension can prevent that. But we were talking about you, Dissenta. You have made Mother proud. I expect great things of you, young lady. Yeah, sure, thanks. You're not my real mother. I did the exact same thing. You have access to recommendations. This feature displays a list of quests or duties currently available in your area. The recommendations list can be opened from under duty in the main menu and will also display automatically when you log in. If you find yourself unsure of what to do next, this tool makes it simple to locate activities suitable for your present class and level. That's good to know. Welcome to the Caroline Canopy, a place of respite for adventurers like yourself. As you may imagine, the Twelves Wood has scarcely begun to recover from the devastation wrought by the calamity, and Gridania wants for all the help it can get. I hope we can count on yours. Although I will not deny that there are those among us who view outsiders with suspicion. If you play your part, you will come to see that adventurers are the very salve our nation so sorely needs. That was odd. It's like, wasn't I supposed to do a quest? How is my favourite fresh-faced adventurer? Oh, do not scowl so. I speak out of habit. You've come a long way since you walked through my door, and I'll not deny it. As a matter of fact, I think it's about time you made yourself useful at Brenshaw Meadows in the Central Shroud. Unlike the recruits you see at the Bannock, the men and women of Brent Branch are fully occupied with their work. As such, I imagine there are more than a few who would welcome the assistance of a rapidly maturing adventurer like yourself. Why, thank you. Brent Branch is also home to a very useful situated aetheryte. It is, in other words, the perfect place for you to begin the next stage of your journey as an adventurer. And what better time than the present? Leave the city via Blue Badger Gate and continue southwest until you come to a bridge. Cross it and you will spy an aetheryte in the distance. You may congratulate yourself on having successfully found Brent Branch Meadows. If you so fancy, you may also make use of the Chocobo Porter service. Doubtless the safest way to get to your destination. Chocobo Keep Singer should not hesitate to lend his birds to a capable adventurer like you. Oh, and be sure to introduce yourself to Keitha, the head Chocobo Wrangler, when you arrive. Can I get a Chocobo? Levy met. Well met. Mother Mion has told me much of your endeavours, Dissenta. Have you considered attempting one of the guild levies available here at the Adventurers Guild? Guild levies are the means by which we document requests for assistance from the citizens prior to assigning them to adventurers possessed of the necessary skills. From battlecraft levies that require extermination of monsters, to tradecraft levies that ask for the creation of goods. The task we term levy quests are many and varied in their nature. Should your interest be piqued, I suggest you make your way to Brent Branch Meadows and speak with Turney. She will be happy to set your feet on the path to complete your first levy quest. Thank you. Actually, I should go to the mender to get this all fixed up. Who's the smith? How are you enjoying your life as an adventurer? The people who did. Oh, that's just like the novice network. Let me retreat to my inn. What can I use for this evening? I wish to retire to my inn. The Black Shroud, Credonia. Do I have actually any of the... I have these, but they're on my other character, so I can't use them. Crystal Bell is to change your hair, but I haven't unlocked that yet. I haven't unlocked any mini games. Can I store anything in the armoire? Hopefully. Put that chicken knife in. But I'll do that some other time. That's my ventures log. My summoning bell. I don't have any retainers. And I think it's time for sleep. What is it? This /sleep. Or is it? Oh, now I remember. This /doors. Time to sleep, and that means it's time to end this stream as my character gets some Z. I hope you enjoyed this stream as much as I did. I hope you liked me voicing over some of the non-voiced quest text to get a better idea of what's going on. And so I hope you liked this break into Credonia as we learned how the elements and the Credonians and the beasts and the other creatures around this 12's Wood or the Shroud all interact with each other. The next episode of Live Play Final Fantasy XIV will be out next Saturday at the same time, so 3 PM GMT until 5 PM GMT. I know we overran a bit, but we did start a bit late. And the next show is going to be on Monday, which is Dreadnought again, and that is going to be at the later time from 2 PM until 4 PM. I say later time because I originally had it scheduled for last week. It was last Monday. It was at 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, but I've decided to change the time. I'm looking at changing some other times on the timetable as well. Now, before we go, at the bottom of the screen there is social media links, along with my website, which is sggameinginfo.com, which contains written articles that revolve around reviews, previews and opinion pieces, and the occasional news article, such as the Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered announcement and Dark Souls Remastered announcement, which sees the game coming to the Switch. And of course we have the social media links as well. As I mentioned, we have my Instagram, which is Aaron_SGGI. I take photos every so often. Most of the ones on at the moment was from my Christmas break in Spain. The other social media links are facebook.com/SGGamingInfo, Twitter, which is @SGGamingInfo, and my YouTube, which is youtube.com/SGGamingInfo. If you're watching this live, of course I am on the Mixer, as you very well know. If you're watching this on the VOD on YouTube, as I just said, the link there, the Mixer location is mixer.com/ /SG Gaming Info. And once again, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching, and this is Aaron Mean of SG Gaming Info saying bye bye.